Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum dear students. This is Mujahid Hussain. Hope you are doing well at your homes. Dear students, today we are going to learn module number 3 and unit number 1. And the name of the unit is History of Web Design. So let's start with this content list. This is our content list in which we will learn about beginning, tables, JavaScript, the golden era of freedom, CSS 1998, mobile uprising, responsive, web designing, the times of the plate, and the bright future. So let's start with the beginning. In 1989, Hals working at Sharon, Tim Berners-Lee proposed to create a global hypertext project which later became known as the World Wide Web. During 1991 to 1993, the World Wide Web was born. In 1993, Mark Edison and Eric Bina created the Mosaic browser. Then tables the beginning 1995, the birth of browsers that could display images was the first step into the web design. The closest option available to structure information was the concept of tables already existing in HTML. So putting tables within tables, figuring out clever ways to mix static cells with fluid cells was the thing started by David Siegel's book Creating Killer Sites. So actually in the starting when tables were created and it is actually part of the HTML, and the web browser or website designing was much better, and the first step of web designing when with the help of tables. So when we learn HTML, when we start designing, then we will learn the tables and how can we create tables, and how can we add the different cells into the tables, and how can we put together tables with tables. Then JavaScript comes to rescue 1995. JavaScript was the answer to the limitations of HTML. So for removing the limitations of HTML, there was a JavaScript. For instance, I need a pop-up window want to dynamically modify the order of something. The answer was JavaScript. So with the help of JavaScript, we can add pop-up window. However, the main problem here is that JavaScript is layered on the top of the fabric that makes the web work and has to be loaded separately. So we have to take care about this, that JavaScript is layered on the top fabric and it makes web work and it is loaded separately than HTML. The golden era of freedom, Flash 1996, the break the limitations of existing web design. A technology was born that promised a freedom never seen before. The designer could design any shapes, layouts, animations, interactions, use any font, and all this is one tool, Flash. The end result is packed as one file and then sent to the browser to be displayed. So it's basically when limitations were brought down and in existing web design at that time in 1996. So technology by name Flash came into being, and the designer designed different shapes, layouts, animations, interactions, and the fonts, and these all were available in one tool, in single tool, and that was Flash. So just in the end, one file, one packet which was sent to the web browser, and it displays result. CSS 1998, around the same time as Flash, a better approach to structuring design from a technical standpoint was born. Cascading script style sheets as CSS. The basic concept here is to separate content from the presentation. And mobile uprising, Grids and Framework 2007. Browsing the web on mobile phones was a whole challenge in itself. The first step to improvement was an idea of column grid. The next step was standardizing the commonly used elements like forms, navigations, buttons, and take them in an easy, reusable way. The winner here are Bootstrap and Foundation, which is also related to the fact that line became between a website and a web app is fading. So they improve their problem when it was a big challenge in browsing, web browsing. So they improved their idea with column grid, and they took the step for element like forms, navigations, buttons, and in order to reusable way. And now you can see the Bootstrap, they are winner, and how their websites are working. Responsive web designing 2010. Graphics can include logos, photos, clip arts, or icon, all of which enhance the web design. A brilliant guy named Ethan Marcotte decided to challenge the existing approach by proposing to use the same content but different layouts for the design, and coined the term responsive web design. Technically, we still use HTML and CSS, so it is rather a conceptual advancement. Bootstrap is the most popular HTML, CSS, and JavaScript framework for developing responsive mobile first websites. Now you can see what the website you are opening in your laptop, your PC, and that you can open your mobile phone in a different way, in different look, but that will be open. So that is a responsive. You don't have to scroll left to right, but you can scroll at top to bottom. The times of the flat 2010, beginning more layouts take more time, so luckily we decided to streamline the process by ditching fancy shadow effect and getting back to the roots and design by prioritizing the content. Flat design is also part of the process. And in the last, the bright future 2015, the holy grail of web design, actually make it visual and bring it into the browser. Imagine that designers simply move things around the screen and a clean code comes out. And it doesn't mean changing the order of things, but having full flexibility and control. Imagine that developers don't have to worry about browser compatibility and can focus on actual problem solving. So in 2015, when designers move things around the screen and they focus on their code on the problem, but they doesn't mean they change the things, but having full flexibility and control about the coding, and developers don't have to worry about browser compatibility, like they have to just focus on the problem, but browser will work as it is, and they don't have to be worried about the browser, but they have to worry about actual problem solving. So dear students, today up to here. Is there any question, then you can ask. I have provided my mail and my WhatsApp number as well. And stay home, stay safe, stay blessed. Allah Hafiz.